Here's a long narrative in English describing the thunderstorm that struck Mecca on 22 من أغسطس 2023, combining factual reporting with more evocative imagery and reflections. On the evening of 22 من أغسطس 2023, a rare and powerful thunderstorm swept across Mecca, transforming its familiar, sacred cityscape into a scene of awe, turbulence, and unexpected chaos. What began as gathering clouds soon escalated into a tempest, gusting winds, sheets of rain, bolting lightning, all converging upon the heart of Islam's holiest city. The build-up. The sky darkened over Mecca in the hours before the storm, thick, brooding clouds rolling in from the horizon, as if nature itself were drawing a deep breath. Pilgrims, locals, and visitors paused, glancing upward, sensing something ominous in the air. The call to prayer echoed beneath muted skies, heavy and laden with tension, as flickers of distant lightning teased the edges of the clouds. A hush spread over the streets, soon broken by the first thunderclaps. The storm unleashed. Then came the wind, fierce, unrelenting, a wild force that tugged at clothes, bent palm fronds, and sent dust spiraling. Rain hammered down in torrents. The sounds were overwhelming, the roar of water, the crack of thunder, the hiss of sheets of rain against stone. Streets began to flood. The courtyards of the Grand Mosque, normally so still and sacred under the desert sky, became slick and treacherous, pilgrims slipping, seeking shelter, huddling under awnings, or rushing toward safety. One image captured by many, a bolt of lightning slicing through the darkness and striking the iconic Fairmont Mecca Clock Royal Tower. The bolt illuminated the tower and momentarily the skyline, casting silhouettes of structural grandeur against molten skies. In the Al-Kuki neighborhood, some 45 millimeters, about 1.8 inches, of rain fell in 24 hours, enough to turn roads into rivers, rain gutters overflow, and cause minor flash flooding. The human experience. For many residents, the experience was surreal. Some described how visibility dropped to nearly zero, how the wind howled, driving sheets of rain against car windows, making driving almost impossible. One man, Abu Mayyada, recounted that he was out buying essentials when darkness engulfed him, control over his vehicle lost, and in fear he turned to the radio, listening to the recitation of the Qur'an as the storm raged. Pilgrims doing tawaf around the Kaaba found themselves unexpectedly vulnerable, the rhythms of their circumambulation disrupted, the floor slick, the wind pushing against garments, umbrellas turning inside out, many forced to seek shelter. Cleaning and maintenance workers in the courtyards were visibly buffeted by strong gusts that threatened their balance. Despite the intensity, authorities later reported no casualties, a fact many found miraculous. Still, schools in the Mecca region were closed the following day, and learning shifted online in some parts, as a precaution. context, reflection, and aftermath. This storm was particularly striking in comparison with Mecca's usual climate in August, hot, dry, sometimes windy, but rarely caught in such violent displays of atmospheric power. Many residents said this was the worst storm they could remember behaving in that manner. Meteorologists took note, the storm brought gale force winds exceeding 80 km في الساعة, around 50 ميل في الساعة, raising concerns about structural safety and the risk of damage. Much of the sudden damage was minor, water flowing into low-lying shops, cars splashed and stalled, vegetation battered, berries blown about in courtyards. Flooded streets and some neighborhoods, temporary power disruptions and traffic chaos followed. But by morning, much of the flash flooding had dissipated. The skies cleared somewhat, leaving behind white pavements, scattered debris, and a city buzzing over what had just transpired. Symbolism and emotional resonance. For many, this storm carried more than physical force. In the sacred environs of Mecca, a place steeped in devotion, ritual, and the daily crescendo of prayers, the storm's arrival felt almost metaphoric. The heavens themselves seemed to speak in thunder, invoking awe and humility. Pilgrims, accustomed to enduring heat and dust, found themselves face to face with water and wind, a reminder of nature's dominion. For some, it evoked feelings of purification, of the transient nature of earthly security. For others, fear, or gratitude that the storm passed without loss of life. In retrospect, looking back, the 22 من أغسطس storm serves as a vivid reminder that even places steeped in tradition, stability, and sacred order are not immune to the raw forces of nature. It tested the city's infrastructure, its emergency preparedness, and the resilience of its people. But it also revealed something else. In moments of sudden tempest, humans gather, help one another, adapt swiftly. Pilgrims helped one another, strangers offered shelter, authorities acted to warn and protect. The storm was dangerous, yes, but it was also unifying, a shared ordeal that left its mark in water, cracked pavement, and overflowing drains, but also in stories told afterwards, the flash of lightning on the clock tower, the grip of wind on one's cloak, the astonishing power of a few moments when nature announced itself loud and clear.